Today I am with Daniella, and I'll ask you to pronounce your surname because I never get it right. Daniella?
Van Steenwijk.
Daniella, you are a real estate personal shopper.
Yes, correct. A personal real estate shopper, I
Okay.
would say this way.
Right, this is where you are hired or paid by the buyer, and you're not paid by the seller. Is that right?
Correct.
Tell me about it. Why are you doing this? Why is there a need for it?
The traditional real estate companies, traditional real estate agencies or buyer's agent, they are transaction orientated, meaning that their income, their reward is based on the amount of transaction they are doing. Transactions per day, transactions per month, transactions per year. They get paid per transaction. What I do, my business model is service. My honorarium is based on the service I provide to the clients. So my best interest is to provide a high service. I'm not based, my business model or income is not based on the amount of transactions I am doing. So I don't get any cut out of the transaction. I don't get any kind of reward if there is a transaction has taken place.
Does this make it easier to find good listings because agents will see you essentially as the buyer, as the representative?
Yes, they see me as a direct sales. So if I come with clients, they see me as a direct sales for them because I don't take a cut from their share.
So they're not splitting their commission with you?
No.
Okay. Is this more likely to get opportunities for pocket listings and things like that? I'm just putting myself...
Yes. To be honest with you, right now I'm at the stage that listing agents, they send me listings before hit the market. They're asking me, oh, do you maybe have a client? Do you maybe have someone who are looking for this? Oh, I have this. Please take a look at it. Especially agencies who are already have had a sales with because they have experience with me. They know that if I come with a buyer, it's a serious buyer because otherwise they would not have hired me.
Right. And what makes you qualified to do this job?
What makes me qualified to do this job?
Sorry, I'm asking all this the hard questions, but
No, I'm happy to answer it. What makes me qualified that I am an educated real estate agent. I am in the board of directors of GIPE, which is a national real estate association. I am a CRS qualified real estate agent. I am an R member. I am member of the European Real Estate Association of CEPI. I hold a bachelor degree of University, Metropolitan University. I think that's it.
And tell me about the area that you cover. Let's go into that a little bit.
Okay, because my business model is service, I cover the entire Costa del Sol from Nerja until Sotogrande. I am going with a client, so where the client would like to purchase, which areas they would like to discover, that is where I go to. I even had clients who flew me over to the Costa Blanca because they hired me, they wanted to purchase a property there, and then I flew over there. I have a very extended network where I collaborate with real estate agents, and I went there and I found...
Talking about the network, you're on the board of GIPE that you mentioned, yeah?
Yes, correct.
An agent
yes.
association. But this agents association has something like 3,000 members or something like that. I mean, it's a big outfit, isn't it?
It is a national organization. I think we are talking about 3,700.
Okay.
And it's not just on the Costa del Sol, but we are well established in Costa Blanca, Catalonia, Islas Baleares. Yes.
So that obviously helps a little bit.
Yes, helps, definitely.
Who are your customers and how do you get your business?
Currently, my business is completely referral-based. My clients are all type of clients who have a very, very modest budget and they cannot make a mistake, they hire me. Or clients who just really need a sincere advice. They really need an objective opinion. They really need guidance. Clients who don't have time and they don't want to speak to 20 agencies and spending weeks or months or years to search for properties. Clients who really want guidance, clients who really want to listen to and help to find the lifestyle, to find their second home, to find their with relocation. There is so much information out there, and I notice that clients, they just really get overwhelmed. Every client is different. Every client has a story. Every client has a different expectation. And since traditional real estate companies are transaction-based, they have a certain amount of time. They need to generate transactions. That's their purpose.
That's how they get paid.
That's how they get paid.
Right.
They need to generate, they need to generate, they need to generate. And I mean, I have had clients who were qualified as time wasters. They were not time wasters. They just never had someone who really sat down, slowed down the process, and listened to them, what they really wanted, to read between the lines, really guided them sincerely, and not just thought, okay, let me see if how far I can show them properties. I mean, with all respect, there are wonderful agencies out there who really guide clients.
I was going to say that I've been in this industry for a while myself, and you're right, they are paid by on the transaction, but that doesn't mean that there aren't many good agencies with ethics and integrity and that do look after the best interests of the clients and those are the ones that have been here for a while. Most of their business comes from referrals as well, right? So it is something of like, okay, this is. I think the term personal shopper is probably the thing that explains it the best. Like, what is a personal shopper? Like, you normally think of going to like a Harrods somewhere, and they buy all the stuff for you. It's basically that, isn't it? So it's not so much a property search person that can just say, look, here's a bunch of listings, have a look at them. Is you really are their eyes and ears, aren't you? Right?
Yes, I'm a service provider, so you have to look at me as a service provider. I'm providing a concierge level of service. That's what I do. And my service is tailor-suited to the client's need. Yeah, I am their bestie. I am their psychologist. I am their personal assistant. I am their driver. I am their marriage counselor. That's what I am exactly. That's what I do for the clients: service, and a little bit more service. And yes, you are right, Alfredo. With all respect, there are wonderful agencies out there, wonderful agencies with very high integrity, very high level of service, well established, and I love working with them.
So that sort of level of attention, like I'm guessing you can't service that many clients at the same time. No, there must be a limit to how many people.
Yes, of course, and I am very selective. For me, it is a two-way street. So the confidence is coming from the clients in me when I tell the clients that, okay, now is the time, you need to get on the plane and come because I have something that you really need to see. But from the other side is also confidence in me, in the client, that if they say they have a certain amount of budget, they have a certain amount of intention, just having that, it is a matter of trust, it is a two-way street. Because I work for the buyer, they hire me, I work for them, I represent their best interest. And I mean, I give objective opinion. So they draw the conclusion. It is their property. It is their investment. I say good things, bad things, and they draw the conclusion. I'm not convincing anyone of one or other thing. The clients with me, by hiring me as their personal real estate shopper, they have access to the network I have. I mean, my relationship is not ending by the transaction at the notary. My relationship remains forever if the clients wish, yeah? It's not that like I'm gonna call them every week to say like, oh, how are you? But more if they need me, even after we haven't spoke for a year, but they need me. They need an accountant. They need a tax advisor. They need to know. They need a new handyman, for example. They reach out to me, and from my network, I refer someone who they can use.
Wow, major useful. So I guess the listing agents on the coast, and the property developers, they must love people like you.
Yeah, they love me.
Right? Because
yes.
They're not having to split their income with someone else. You do the getting the buyer, and they do the listing, and it's more like it is in other countries, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's not just that, but you also have to understand in the sales process, if someone hires me to represent their interest, then they are in very high level of interest to purchase something. Yeah, the lead is very hot if I can express it in this way.
Yeah, you have the buyer.
Yeah, I have the buyer, so then their intention is clear. It is not window shopping. It is not looking around, maybe if they are interested or not, which traditional agencies don't know when they have a contact with a client.
And final question from me then. You clearly speak English, but you have an accent. What other languages do you speak?
Yeah, I was born in Eastern Europe. I was born in Hungary, and I don't know if you know about the Iron Curtain. So when the Iron Curtain was gone, I immediately moved to Austria to for a different perspective of my life. And then I speak German, I speak Hungarian, I speak Dutch, I speak Papiamento, English, and Spanish.
Okay. What was that? Papiamento?
Papiamento is a language from Curacao. I used to live in the Dutch Caribbean. And Papiamento is a native language of the island. It is a Creole language, a mix of Portuguese, Spanish, English, and it's a very primitive language, if I may say, with all respect.
Wow. Okay. Well, Daniella, it's been wonderful to get to know you, and I'm super interested in the personal shopper thing because it makes sense from all parties. It removes that question of potential conflicts of interest and things like that from the equation. And so how, if people, agents, developers, customers want to get in touch with you, how do they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me via my telephone, WhatsApp, email. It's also a very interesting thing because today in the AI world, I mean, I don't have a voicemail. I don't have automatic reply. So if you text me, if you call me, if you email me, I reply personally.
Right.
Yeah, that's my values.
AI free zone.
AI free zone, yes, AI free zone.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Alfredo.